to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Yeah. Fill my heart with song. Just have a couple of seconds. Good luck. 22, 20, 19.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Mr. Luke Darabont. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, in other words, in other words, baby, I love you. All of me, all of me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I want to lose them. Get a piece of these arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. So how can I go on without you? You took the part that once was my heart. So why not take all of me? Monsieur Chris Baptiste. right. How can I ever make it without you? You took the part, used to be my heart. So why not take all of me, baby? Why not take all of me?
That's so nice, sis. Thank you so much for that. Now, everybody else, come on in the room, but bring your energy because it's time for the Sisaundra Show! Yeah.
And welcome to the Sisaundra Show. Listen, this is your home for great music, real conversation.
It gets real.
And the kind of healing you can feel. Y'all make some noise for my band, your band, our band for the culture.
We all for everybody.
Fellas, y'all are on fire today.
That was dope.
I love it.
That was
Thank
dope.
you
A little
so much.
jab.
It was right in time for the holiday season,
Yes.
right? You cannot beat it. Now listen, today's show is not just another conversation. It's one of those sacred moments where truth meets grace and silence finally breaks. Because for far too long, our communities have carried things we don't talk about. Diagnosis, trauma, identity, shame, all buried under, I'm fine. But silence doesn't save us. It slowly kills us. So today, we're opening the door. We're talking about what it means to live beyond labels, to love beyond fear, and to heal beyond stigma. This show is for the ones who hid their truth to keep their peace. For the ones who smile in public and cry in private. And for every soul still learning to believe that their story is still sacred. Because healing doesn't begin when it's easy. It begins when we finally tell the truth. So go ahead, get comfortable, open your hearts, because today we're breaking the stigma and reclaiming the power of identity. FTC, let's get this show started. Let's get it started. Woo. All right. So, you know, we always have a question for FTC this time of day. So, here's my question. What's something you had to forgive yourself for so you could finally move forward?
Question.
Well,
Okay. Who's answering first?
I take this one. I'll take this
Go
one.
ahead, Luke.
good.
I feel like I had to forgive myself a little bit after I got married. Let me put it this way. Because it's a lot of baggages I think I had myself that I'm kind of brought in. And then all those kind of were highlighted in a sense. Now you're being up close
With someone
with
else.
somebody every day. And they're not going home. It's not
Correct.
like after a date night.
It's so wild. Did we
I
talk
never
about
heard you
that
talk like
before?
that.
Come
No
on.
matter where you go, there you are.
Yeah.
So wherever you take your challenges, you can't hide them, especially when you're so close.
Come on.
So did you forgive yourself?
Oh, I had to forgive myself for a lot of things.
Yes.
From my younger days, from things that kind of came up in conversations. I'm like, you know what? I have to let go of a lot of things from within for me to actually pour into my wife in many
Yes.
other ways.
And that takes a lot of
Yeah.
weight off of you,
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
it? Okay. Now, Doc, I see you smiling over here. Talk to me.
Don't do it.
What have you done that it took a minute for you to finally apologize to yourself?
I think I would say the lack of patience I have with myself. You know, I had to think about that. Everything doesn't happen overnight.
Right?
Very hands-on person. And I had to look in that mirror and just be like, hey, look, it's okay. It's going to happen after a while.
Oh, Come on.
You know,
After a while.
After a while.
Come on.
Yeah.
After a while.
just being patient with myself.
Patience.
Yeah, just
Have you fully forgiven yourself?
no.
No, it's a process,
Oh,
right?
man.
Still a work in progress.
It takes. I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Well, we're here for you,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Chris. What about you? And
Well-
we love you. You know that.
Thank you. Love you too.
Well, yeah, I didn't think about this yet, but Ant, that's dope. We all kind of struggle with that stuff. But Luke, of course, you want to forgive yourself, for your past. Let your wife forgive you first, though. Don't
Oh
worry
no,
about that.
I have to get myself first. I can't wait. I can't wait on her. No.
Exactly. Thank you.
I
Don't be
shall not.
listening to Chris.
You ain't got to wait on nobody. You know what I'm saying?
You are so well. Have you forgiven yourself for anything, Chris, that you might have held?
I'm just going to be the resident tough guy. No,
No?
I'm holding on to so much guilt. It's just tearing me up on the inside still.
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
I was in church one day and the pastor said that we do it to ourselves so many times. We hold grudges, put people down in dungeons, and then leave them there. But what it's doing to us is more than what it's doing to them. Listen, we're going to take a short break and we're going to take a praise break. How about that, guys? We'll be right back. We have amazing guests in the house. Don't go nowhere.
We gotta clap our hands, we gotta sing and shout, we gotta praise his name.
Come on and
We gotta bless
praise
him.
him.
My friends, we won't be the same, so we praise.
We will never be the
We
same.
gotta clap our hands, we gotta sing and shout, we gotta praise his name.
Come on and
We
praise
gotta bless him. My friends, we
him.
won't be the same, so we claim his name.
Sometimes we sit and complain about everything, forgetting the joy that the love of my Jesus brings. Then we sit and we ponder till we put ourselves under. But with a little praise, ourselves we will amaze. We
gotta
got
clap our hands, we gotta sing and shout, we gotta praise his name.
we got a blessing to claim.
We got a blessing to claim. My friends,
No, we won't be the
so we claim
same.
his name. We gotta clap our hands, we gotta sing and shout, we gotta praise his name.
We gotta claim it in his
My friends, we
name.
won't be the same, so we claim in his name.
Now you're calling and talking about sister so and so, when you need to be sweeping around your own front door. Then you sit and you wonder why you're feeling so down under. If you give him that time and praise yourself, you will amaze. Stop sitting and wondering and complaining about everything. Remember the joy that the love of our Jesus brings. Don't sit and ponder till you put yourself under. Just lift your hands in praise and your soul. Lift your hands.
Hello and welcome back to the Sisaundra Show. Listen, our first guest has dedicated her life to standing in the gap between medicine and humanity, between shame and support. She's the HIV/AIDS program coordinator for Area 7, covering 4 major counties in Central Florida. And she's made it her mission to replace fear with facts and stigma with compassion. For Kara, this work isn't just professional, it's personal, because she knows what it means to watch someone's light dim under the weight of silence and to help them find it again. Please help me welcome a woman who fights for dignity, truth, and healing every single day, Miss Kara Johnson Williams. Woo! Yes! Thank you. Beautiful. Yes. Hello and welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
We are so delighted to have you here today. There's so much that we need to learn, and we look forward to you sharing that. So, joining this sacred conversation is a woman who understands that healing starts with visibility. She's the Chief Health Equity Officer at the LGBT Plus Center Orlando, a proud Black woman, a voice for equity, and a bridge between communities that too often misunderstand each other. Through her leadership, she's helping people embrace their full truth, because the goal isn't just inclusion, it's belonging. Please welcome the fearless and phenomenal Kana Grant. Hi. Rachel, we're doing so good to see you. Let's have a seat. And to you, Kana, I say welcome to the show as well.
Thank you.
Both of you ladies, thank you for joining us. Now, you know, the thing about stigma is it doesn't just live in conversations. It lives in people. It lives in how we see ourselves, how we love, how we move through this world quietly, carrying stories no one ever asked to hear. So tonight, let's go there into the truth of it, because healing doesn't happen when we hide. It happens when we speak. Kara, you've seen what stigma can do up close, not just to health, but to the heart. What does it do to a person's spirit when they feel like they have to hide the truth just to be loved or accepted?
I've been in this work for over 17 years, and I've seen how stigma can affect a person internally, as well as there's external factors that affect them when it comes down to stigma. But one thing that we try to teach people within the HIV community, that you belong, that you are in a space, you're here to thrive. You can continue to live a healthy life with an HIV diagnosis. That's not the end, it's not a death sentence. And we're just trying to be able to go to the community to ensure that they understand their wealth in the community.
That's so powerful. That's such great work to do. People say that shame kills faster than the virus itself. When you meet someone who's drowning in that shame, how do you help them find the strength to believe they still deserve joy?
Because we want to make sure that they understand that, like, yeah, back in the 80s and the early 90s, it did take people out because they didn't have the adequate information and education, but we have a lot of resources, a lot of tools to help prevent the spread of HIV. So as long as they know that they can live and thrive, that's what our focus is. It's not focusing on the disease itself, but how to maintain and thrive within their lives.
And I'm so glad you mentioned back in the 80s and 90s, that was around the time that AIDS came out, or HIV was discovered scientifically, right? Back then, one of my dear friends that I was on tour with Celine Dion, found out that he was HIV positive. And it was one of the hardest things to watch, to be a part of, to encourage him, but not having what you all have today in the sense of access to the medicines and everything, the counseling. It was the beginning of it all. So I love to see how far HIV has come, AIDS has come, and the hope it has instilled in people, and the lives that are still here for us to witness because of the work that you do in and around the community. So I want to make sure I'm saying your name correctly.
Kina.
Kina,
Yes,
thank you
yes.
so much. I was very, very close, Kina.
you.
Kina, you work at an intersection that's both powerful and painful. Black, woman, queer, leader. What does it look like to carry those identities with grace when the world doesn't always give you space to exist as all of them?
So I think representation definitely matters, right? And grace is one way to carry it, but I like to say we carry it brazenly and boldly.
I love that.
Grace does go a long way, but it does not always break down barriers, right?
True.
If you walk in the door meek and meager, sometimes you just get overlooked. So I believe we have to kick down doors and
Come on.
speak loudly, represent, advocate for those who may not have access to do so. And like you said, those intersections, right? When it comes to HIV, those intersections are not widely spoken about. they're not widely represented in these commercials, right? So we're not getting the education out there. So I feel like my role is to let individuals know that one, these intersections do exist. They are heavily impacted by HIV, and they need to be represented and treated as equally.
Yes. Now, you talk about belonging. What happens when even your own community makes you feel like you don't fit?
Yeah. Honestly, it's about finding a community that represents and respects all of your identities, right? So sometimes it's not about forcing your way into spaces that don't respect and represent you, but creating spaces for yourself and like-minded individuals. And that's what we're trying to do with our walk, which helps to promote preventative measures for HIV as well as treatment measures for HIV. So those individuals, we want everyone to come and experience, you know, like just the community, when the community comes together, when the community shows up for each other, when the community respects each other and where everyone is. And yeah, just making spaces versus trying to fit into a mold.
Correct. Now, making spaces, as you mentioned, you have a walk coming up.
Yes.
What day is your walk?
It's going to be December 13th. It will be a Saturday, and Kara will love to tell you all about it.
Okay. Well, Kara, I want you to tell us all about it, and I also want you to answer the question, because we don't talk a lot or we don't talk enough about isolation. Let's put it that way. The fear that nobody will touch you again or love you the same. What do you say to the person watching tonight who's alive but feels invisible?
That you have a space.
You have a space.
Yeah, you are loved, you are someone, and as long as you feel that, you don't need validation from anyone. And you can thrive and be whoever that you need to be in this world, because other people may look up to you and say, like, if they could do it, I can do it as well. And that's where a lot of this for A Walk for Change was birthed. We wanted to make sure that we created a safe space as well as a community space to be able to bring awareness to end the HIV epidemic. And through that space, we can bring other people that's outside of the HIV community to educate them on the importance of this is a preventable disease, but if you are diagnosed, you can also thrive as well.
Love that. Now, tell us what will be happening at your walk.
So we have 14 benefiting agencies who will all be walking in solidarity to raise funds, especially during this time when federal funds are now being cut and restricted, and it's trickling down to our area. We just want to make sure that we can save ourselves. We don't have to wait on the government to ensure that we can get the funds that we need. We can all rally, come together, and that's what's happened in the HIV space from years on time. We haven't always received the funds that we deserve and that we need. And through this walk, we're going to save ourselves.
So you're creating space and the resources, finding the
correct.
resources. That's so amazing. Now, I want to ask you to take a moment and share with us, how do you feel the first time you have someone in your presence who's talking to you and they found out that they have HIV? How do you deal with them in their first consult or interaction?
I think it's important for you to listen to that individual, come to that person in a non-judgmental space, be able to give that person to adapt to that diagnosis. They are still processing it. And you have to understand that through that process, it may look different for many different people, but then also give them the support that they need. Let them know that there are resources to be able to live and thrive. There are medications that are available, some in the form of an injectable, some in the form of a pill form that you take daily. But there are options and there's resources available to you, and just being able to know that you can live and thrive. And I know I've said thrive a lot,
but I love it. I want to keep saying it. You can thrive.
Exactly.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. Now, you know, sometimes the loudest battles are fought in silence. The ones nobody sees, between shame and self-forgiveness, between who we were told we are and who we're becoming. Kara and Kana, thank you for giving us truth without fear, for showing us that healing isn't just survival, it's resurrection. To every person watching tonight, you are not your past. You are not your diagnosis. You are not your shame. You are the proof that redemption is real, that light still finds us even after the darkest night. So if you're watching this with tears in your eyes, just know the story isn't over. It's only beginning, because this right here is healing in motion on the Sisaundra Show. Don't forget, December 13th. Y'all, please come out, support. God bless you. Until next time. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.
For the culture, get us out of here.